since for the Halloween spirit, we would do an extra live, and we would do a Milton John Halloween special. Now let me gather myself, and so we can have our self-entertaining time here in the middle of the night. Now, once again, because it is Milton John and it is a Halloween special, we are doing this in the middle of the night. And Summer kind of wants me to be quiet because she's just now settling back into sleep, but oh well. Now, Richella is asleep behind you as we wait to get people in, and I will. You know what I just realized? I need the tablet for my chat tonight. Yes, I do. I need the tablet for my chat tonight. Signal strength seems to be a little low, but hopefully it won't cause any interruptions. I'm getting chat up, everyone, and I'll be with you in just a moment. It's just this tablet, it does not move fast. In fact, it moves at absolutely, positively a snail's pace, but it does move. And unfortunately, because I'm unfortunately subscribed to so many channels, it usually takes a while to get up, but it's not been on. There it is. Like I said, it takes forever to load all of my YouTube channels. Come on. Well. Okay, try it again. Okay, there it is. Load my subscriptions. Guess not. Guess I have to do it this way. Okay. I finally have chat up. Like I say, it's not the greatest device in the world, but just for playing a few games, it's wonderful. Now, still waiting for the chat to come up. Live chat. Hello, Just Lurking. Hello, Dot. Hello, Beyond Stupid. Hello, Craig. Hello, Uninspirational. Well, hello, June. There's not much to do at night, and I noticed that there was nothing on. And really, I wasn't doing anything, and I flipped over to see any update on Melton, and I started playing his last live. And I did promise to go through his video and some of his problems. So I thought, well, you know what? I'm really doing anything right now, and there really isn't anything on YouTube. And I started to dig through old audiobooks, but I thought, well, you know what? Why don't we just go ahead and do the Melton thing tonight? And then once again, other people can watch it for Halloween replays. But I really did expect him back on tonight. But he's not. Now, to be honest with you, I don't know Melton's real full name. I mean, I never cared enough to find out. So, there is a possibility he could be in J-E-I-L, as Rich Life would say. I do not know. Yep, I do not know, but all I know is his Lady Wayne channel. You know, he's not streamed in 23 hours. So, there is the possibility he could come on in the next few minutes. Now, his last video was, I'm breaking down, I have horrible luck, and there's little to no hope. And that was the one where he threatened Nicolina and Rap, and I clipped a little bit for the video. Now, he also has one, YouTube trying to take me down, or a select community of people. No, that was the one that I clipped. Excuse me, I got that backwards. I had 2 seizures in my sleep last night, and it sucked, by the way. But oddly, I'm more awake now than I've been all day. Yes, apparently it was the one, over a day ago, that was the one I clipped. And last night was his altercation. Because of my lack of rest, I was getting both of those streams mixed up in my head. And after all, it is Melton, And after all, Milton keeps wearing that same blouse. So you can see where, with lack of sleep, that would be easy to get backwards. Hello, let it go. Well, he might not be. Yes, Jerry, it was on his Lady Wayne channel, and we're going to play it right here in a minute. And we're going to see if he shows up. Now, if he doesn't show up by the end of the live on his channel, he could be in jail. Because he sounded pretty disturbed. And I think that his interactions could easily have get him a 5150, in my opinion. So, we're going to be lighthearted about this because it's all Melton shit in his head. I mean, seriously. Milton is his own worst enemies. All his problems are right here. It makes all his problems. Now, he was born to a good, well-to-do family. And maybe that is why he makes his own problems. I'm not going to put out there as that is an authoritative anything. That is just a ponderance. Well, Milton is very bad. Matter of fact, Daisy, he's been severely unstable. And besides it being Halloween, that's really why we're here. We're to document this instability in Milton because he's going off the deep end. I think that any interaction with a cop could 5150 at him at this point. I was just waiting until a few people get in here before we start. Because it wasn't a very long live. It was less than an hour. In fact, it was 46 minutes. So that's a little bit of why I'm waiting and letting some people get in here before I start it. Because, being so little, I want everyone to be able to catch as much of it for context as possible. Well, Daisy, he does curse himself by going around a curse. You notice he never blesses anyone. See, that is something that when we talk about Milton and his magic, he doesn't bless anyone. He only curses. So to Milton, what he pretends is magic is nothing more than his childish power trip. And with that, we will go ahead and get into his audio.
Come here tonight.
He looks bad. It's very dim. You can't see shit, really.
Things may be coming to an end really soon. I'm breaking down.
Well, Sherry, that's kind of why we're here. You remember what I just said about him? I can't say he's not. This is why I said that any interaction with a cop, I believe, would get him a 5150. And that's why I'm not making I will make salient points. I may make a funny or two, but they will be a bit toned down. This is a scary story. That is why I titled this Halloween Edition. Because this isn't just a ha 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 ha. This is Melton, a sick man mentally, in a dark place. So I will be toning down the ha-has. This is going to be more informative. It's just, since Melton threatens to kill me more than he changes clothes, I have to make at least some light of him because of his repeated threats to murder me.
Anymore, I don't think. I can only fight everything by myself so much till I finally broke down. Till I finally break down. I don't have any more energy anymore. I just don't.
Hello, monkey boy.
Everywhere I go, I run into some asshole. I think they can get the better of me.
Except that one says
Took
it's smart.
all my energy. All of it.
Well, I do not believe you are the real monkey boy. Just
stand down with this motherfucker this morning. Even though I won the stand down, it took a lot out of me. I was like, I don't know. And then today started. I drove. Later on in the day. Well, I'm in the
okay,
valley
monkey boy,
now.
I'll take your word for it.
I'm tired and I'm poor, and I got to the valley once and for all. Tired, poor, and not knowing what to do right now. How am I going to manage this? I'm looking at the world around me right now. I'm in a literal shithole. Tired, broken down.
Well, Genevieve, in reality, like I say, the parts, where he's threatening my life and such and involving me, I will make light of that. But other than that, I am toning down the funny for this one. That, as I mentioned for other people that already got in here, that this is Halloween edition. Because this is more scary than funny. But once again, when people threaten my life, I have to at least give them a fuck you.
Every turn there could be
So
someone
Milton
out
has earned
there
at least that.
trying to mess with me. I have no backing of
Yes,
the
Miss
LGBT
Cupcake, but it just
community
might be a
that
new
let
account.
alone any strong power. People out here. I work better when people are around me. I hate doing things by myself. I really hate doing things by myself. It's forced.
Well, he's in LA, and he said he's in the Valley. So I'm going to guess the San Fernando Valley. Although Monkey Boy knows LA, and I just know it from a map. So he would be the better one to ask on which exact valley he believes that Milton is speaking of.
It's forced. Because I don't got anybody. And I have the worst luck in the fucking world.
Well, that doesn't surprise me.
I guess someone I've been talking to has luck.
That could explain why someone is hidden. Because I've noticed that Crybaby has been hiding. And once again, Crybaby comes back on YouTube. Oh yeah, he's been privacy striking my channel. I've not made a video or nothing about it. But if you go down my email list on this channel, it's privacy complaint, privacy complaint, privacy complaint. And it's all Crybaby Rich Life.
I just kidney stones now. That's another fucking thing. I can't catch a break anywhere. I can't catch a break anywhere. Tomorrow's gonna be Sunday. Probably drink myself to death tomorrow.
Well, maybe that's what he did.
Or think about what.
Now, he said, he says right here that he's going to drink himself to death tomorrow. So, in reality, if he just got himself sloshed and just passed out in his vehicle, all's good other than him cleaning up the vomit afterwards. But, once again, he is in a dark place. And evidently, my light went out. And now I am in a dark place. Okay, well, you're just not going to get to see me the rest of this live.
This is a hardcore evaluation I'm going through right now. Wondering if this is really worth it or not. Something better happen soon. I'm going to change it up and do something else. I don't think I can handle this over the long term.
Now, when he says change it and do something else, I don't think that means what me and you think. Just saying.
The potential for confrontations. Who lives life to do this? Who lives life to do this? Answer me. Someone. Had an absentee for a second. Who lives life to do this? Can anyone tell me? Who? Shay, I don't know. I've always been told tomorrow's a new day to start over, but I don't think there's going to be too many more, honestly. And like this target thing right here in the picture, I don't know what that is. What is this crap? Oh, I got it. I'll take it. Do I need anything? What could you possibly give me?
Well, it's good if they took it.
What could you
He
possibly
doesn't need that toy.
What I need is immediate local help. That's what I need. If you don't have that, then I'm not taking anything. That's it. I'm not getting anywhere, and it's really bothering me. It's really bothering me right now. You're trolling. Get out of here. Us. Who the fuck is us? Shay, get the fuck out of here. You're being very vague. I don't need your bullshit.
I wouldn't doubt if Milton is both. I do not have his official diagnosis, but I'm very sure at one point schizophrenia has been mentioned. Now, when I met Milton, he was living in his parents in a nice house, in a nice community, and he mainly just sat in his room. And he was entitled and he was whiny, but he looked a lot better and was healthy. And you could reasonably have a conversation with him, although, once again, everything would go back to his narcissism and him being whiny and complaining about something and his entitlement.
Fuck off. I already said what I need. I need local talent.
Well, no, McHenry has it together.
Down-to-earth local people, which have...
You see, Cruiser McHenry is a treated schizophrenic. You know, he's just a dude that has schizophrenia, and he takes it well. Now, once again, Cruiser has a few other issues, but the issues that you really see are mostly not his schizophrenia. You know, he's got an avoidant personality disorder. I don't know if that's diagnosed or not, because I know Cruiser well. I know Cruiser likes attention, but he does that by seeking negative attention, which, you know, came as a childhood. But that really is not his schizophrenia doing it. You know, once again, Cruiser is a medicated schizophrenic. He is a person that is taking medication and his condition is completely in control. Milton is
very fucking difficult to find around here.
Hello, Izzy.
In this big area, there's like hardly anybody down.
Milton is in a dark place, so we are replaying his last live in a serious thing, and as I said, I'm going to be very serious about this, except when he threatens my life.
On the earth. The people suck ass over here. They ignore everybody. They're not nice to anyone. It's like that a lot of places in the country. It's just like that here on steroids. So it's like that I just want this country to go down the toilet, or I don't want to be a part of it anymore. I'd rather die than to live this living fucking hell. Unless there's a revolution coming in a few weeks.
Now, once again, Milton is so... Now, this goes back to his original entitlement. He wants a revolution, but it's got to be in the next few weeks. I mean, it's like, God, I want a pot of gold, but it's got to be in the next few weeks. I mean, talk about beggars being choosers.
Serious, I'm sick of living in this fucking shithole country. I'm fucking sick of it.
Hello, Lisa. Hello,
It's illegal
hello.
immigrants everywhere. Fucking up this place. Mexicans, coons, whatever the fuck.
Now, that's what got his other channel struck. I went through, now, on his yesterday vid, he talked about his main channel being struck with 2 strikes. And I went through his list and found his missing videos. They were 2 shorts. The one where he attacked people of Mexican-American descent, and the other one to where he used that COO word. Yes, and as you see, he's doing it again. Now, I don't think his channel got struck because this video is still here.
You know, I'm sick of this shit. Totally. There's nobody cool out here. Hardly anybody. Whatever happened to, you can meet people pretty easily out here. I heard people tell me that hogwash a long time ago. Yeah, even though there's some snobs, yeah, you can meet some cool people here. Bullshit. It ain't happening. Bullshit. Panorama, what do you got to say about that? I know what you're going to say about that, but...
Well, he doesn't understand is he kind of comes off like Lurch's mother. And once again, most people don't run up to Lurch's mother and want to be best buds.
Don't call me man. First things first, you're not going to call me man in here. All right? This world is stupid. People are stupid. I run into more meatheads than intelligent people, and that's a big fucking problem. Alright, I need people on my level. IQ-wise, they gotta be on my level, or I'm opting out of society. If I gotta be surrounded with these dumb fuck immigrants all around me with no IQ level whatsoever to them. They're not, hardly any of them is smart. They're like human weeds, like Margaret Sanger said. They're fucking like human weeds is what they are.
Now, Margaret Sanger was a eugenist and an avowed racist. And she created Planned Parenthood. And the Planned Parenthood in the city that I grew up was called the Margaret Sanger Clinic. And that's who he is referring to. And this was in the early 1900s.
Yeah, I said it.
Before Nazis.
I fucking said it because I'm that pissed off. I fucking said it. They're like...
Well, you know, once again, Milton, you can see how he comes off. I mean, he's like, mom, angry, coming at you. You know, you're not going to say, I want to hang out with you, Lurch's angry mom.
Human weeds. That's right. Fucking annoying.
Come here, big giant kitty. Come on, get my lap. You're a good boy.
There's only so much someone can take until they finally break. I'm telling you. I can't be who I'm supposed to be. I cannot be my trans self. I always have to go into masculine mode. I always have to, and this isn't me. This is not me.
Well, I noticed now this was something psychologically. Now, we have always seen Melton as this overly aggressive creature. He's always been overly aggressive. I have never seen a feminine Melton. Yet, in his mind, there is this feminine Melton. You know, but he has always come off as an angry fucking psycho.
This isn't me at all.
Yes, Miss Cupcake. Now, Miss Cupcake hits on something I would talk about later. Milton is the skinhead he used to be. It's just he puts on other masks over that one.
But you know what I do know?
Hello, Ash.
I know that the law's not going to protect me. The system is never going to protect me. So if I want to get something done and do something...
Now, Ash just came in here. Ash stopped by Tasha Teeling's a little while ago. Tasha Teeling has a Boyd channel. It is just a little hangout place. You know, it's not nothing of drama. You know, although Carlos and a bunch of them do attack it. You know, the common. But, you know, Tasha actually did try to help Melton. And Melton went absolutely insane on Tasha. Tasha found someone that was going to give Melton free laser. And Melton blew up saying, "No one's going to give me free laser." And then Tasha, "Well, I did, and I've got this for you, Melton." And that is what Melton blew up on Tasha. Tasha was actually found something to improve Melton's life, to help him be more of a her. And he literally went nuts on her. And as you can see, Tasha, you know, if you don't know Tasha was trans, you wouldn't, you wouldn't know. You can't tell. You know, Tasha looks like a girl. And she was going to help Melton. And Melton just went absolutely fucking totally ballistic on her.
About somebody. I have to go through nefarious measures.
Laser removal of hair on the face. You see, Tasha looks like a girl completely. Totally. You know, Tasha has had laser on her face and all of the facial hair removed. And Tasha has implants. Tasha has a complete girl body. Tasha acts like a girl. You do not know Tasha is trans unless you have been told or it comes out in the story, because Tasha is open about her life story.
I would have to resort to violence. I would have to resort to extreme measures, though. I don't want to always say what they are, but let's just say I had some pretty bad thoughts early.
Tasha, because of all the attacks on Tasha, Tasha will not immediately warm up to people. You know, but once she sees you there and friendly for a while, she will accept you as a friendly. But because of Carlos and a few other creators being dickheads to her, you know, that's why in the beginning, you know, she'll keep people at distance generally. But her channel also is very not being banned. Now, she just went, you know, anyone goes, it's usually just a timeout. Just saying. Now, Rich Life does have a wrench in there, maybe, still. That would be the only one I would worry about. But I have a wrench in the room, too.
Today, after my stand down, that fucking coon who doesn't know well enough to fucking leave me alone. He's got to fucking drive by and make gestures at me and shit. And then I drove up right behind him. I drove up right behind his fucking ass today. I got my baseball bat out. And then he pulled out a knife. It got scary. He pulled out a knife, actually. I couldn't keep...
And this is why I think his gun is taken. You know, I didn't want to do a spoiler at that moment, but he said he got out on the dude with a bat, and the guy pulled a knife.
My eyes off him. It got very scary today. Even though I won it, it took a lot. He ended up driving off, but it took a lot out of me.
He says he won it. So what it is the other guy just got in his car and went. Now, you see, for some reason, Melton has this victory thing. I mean, he stood him down. Well, you don't go, he's just, that other guy wasn't the aggressor. You're the one that pulled the bat and got out on him, and he just drew a blade in defense and left. You know, this shows you what Melton's mind's gone to. That shows you this man was never an aggressor. And once more, this was Melton's delusion of all of this.
It took a lot out of me. I don't live life to have conflicts with people. But if I absolutely have to do something about it, the law will not protect me at all. The law will not protect me. I will have to do something like light someone's fucking car on fire. And then they're going to wonder why it happened. Oh, wait a minute, because the law won't protect me, so I have to take measures into my own hands and fucking light up.
Now, he did say that he wanted to spend Sunday drunk. Now, the question is what did he do with his drunk Sunday? Now, I don't know Milton's full legal name, Cyanide, because if not, it could see if he's in jail. Because if I did know his full legal name, I do believe I would see if he's in jail.
An asshole in the middle of the night. I'll wait till he's sleeping, and then I'll fucking just light him on fire in the middle of the night. And I'll get out of there scot-free without a trace. You know, you can't put any fingerprints on it if you light someone's vehicle on fire.
Well, he does need psychological help. He does need to be institutionalized for a little while, and he needs to be back on his medicine, and he'll become the same entitled Melton, sitting on a bed, whining that the world don't listen to him.
Yeah, you can't put a trace on it. So there. No, you're not spamming my fucking chat. Oh, really? Oh, is that right? I'll threaten your ass. I'll come down there. I'll light your house on fire. You said this to the cops. I will light your house on fire. Because the law will not protect me. I'll take matters into my own hands.
Yes, and now not only is he threatening, but he's threatening arson, which is right next to the level of Mordor. And I'm not talking Lord of the Rings.
And yes, I will, because I thought of lighting that motherfucker up today on fire in the middle of the night. Don't think I'll do it. I'll do that to you. I won't do that to you.
Well, his parents, I've heard some voices in the distance, but they kept him upstairs, and he sat on a bed, and his parents didn't seem to do evil to them, but they did seem to keep the living hell away from him. Because he was always disagreeable. I mean, the only interaction you could have with him was agreeing with him.
Yeah, I won't do that.
Sound familiar?
Trust me. You did it all to yourself. But you have people out there that will go to the most violent measures to take care of a pissant like you. To take care of a pissant like you. Don't you dare come at me with that. Don't you fucking dare come at me with that.
Damn. I thought of a good troll, but I think I'd go to hell for it. To convert Milton to Islam. Yes. I think that would probably be a damning offense. Now, it would be a funny troll to see, because I'm just picturing Milton in the hijab. With the whole veil thing. And, we could, marry Milton off to some... like I said, I'd go to hell for that one. And I probably would need called out on that too, but it does cross my mind as a thought.
That's what I'm going to do right now. I'm just going to simply say, hey, the best way to deal with someone, the quietest way.
He's almost 24 hours from his last live. So we're going to play this less than an hour live of his, and then we're going to see if he came on at all.
Do it. No. Fire. Plenty of light. I got plenty of lighters. Time to pepper you up in the middle of the night.
I'm having to remind myself that I said that I wasn't going to make too much light of this. I'm going to have to hold my tongue a lot now. Just say.
Yep. And someone's going to hear it, and someone's going to do it. If I can't get around to you, someone might actually take my suggestion and do it. The law won't protect me. You want to know why this happened? Well, the law didn't protect me. Nobody's out here protecting me. Nobody's...
Well, you see, Ash, that day he was getting all the subscribers to his channel from rap. And that day was unusual for him. He was having euphoria at the time. Because, you see, I knew that once all the people started coming in, it wouldn't take but, the next live stream or two for Melton to start turning on everyone. Because, as I said, disagreeable is his basic personality. Someone says black, he says white. You say white, he says black.
Nobody's coming to my aid for anything. So, I'm going to have to do things the hard way with people. At the very least, the thoughts of the venom are going to be out there if they're not going to be delivered on. Just yet.
Well, to kind of let you in on it, Ash, you see, the diagram of all this is Tiffany attaches to Savage, and Savage attaches to Shannon, and Shannon attaches to Pirate Calypso, and a few other of them. But they all tie into this little shit groups together. Kind of like a collective of stupidity. And Benny Keys has gotten involved, and of course, they've turned onto each other, but they're all still on that side. Tiffany Marie is just a part of it, because there's a bunch of them that ride each other's coattails. In Savage's coattails and Tiffany Marie's coattails, those two go together. I do not think he has children or siblings. I'm glad we don't have no children, thank fucking
I'm
God.
voicing out my concerns. And this motherfucker has to come in here and start with me again. You're one of the biggest lost clouds out here with Roger Brown. You fucking piece of shit is what you are. General awareness is a fucking lost cloud. He's the only one that lives on his stupid cloud island anywhere.
You notice I'm restraining myself. It's hard.
I think I can tell you cease and desist, because messing with me is like messing with fire. I'll fire you up. I'm at the point of I don't...
Well, Ash, that's because she is the other side of coin of MFW. I mean, they're the same monster. It's just on different sides of the coin, and you just described MFW.
Give a fuck. I'm becoming a monster. I'm becoming desensitized. I'm becoming a monster. And the fact that all day after that confrontation, I thought about lighting someone on fire, and I was laughing about it. I was literally laughing about that guy's fucking vehicle going up in flames. No one will probably come looking for him. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I'll silence my enemies. They shouldn't have started with me. That should be the moral of the story. They shouldn't have started with somebody that they couldn't really win the battle with. You know? It takes a lot of energy out of me, though. I don't have it.
This is Milton John. And he's threatened to kill me. He's threatened to kill Rap. He's threatened to kill Nicolina. He's threatening to kill Tasha. He's threatened to kill Noodles. He's threatened to kill Butter. He's threatened to kill about 1,800 women. Let me see here. I think he threatened to kill all white people once. Or was at least wishing the death of all white people. And I'm sure I'm missing a bunch more. You notice a theme there.
I'm literally tired right now.
Well, to be honest, Miss Cupcake, most of the Boyd is scared of you. You see, once again, I don't tell everyone everything and, put it out on the table, but in all reality, most of the Boyd is scared of Cyanide Cupcake. Yes, I mean, she actually engenders fear in 99.5% of them, and the 0.5 are just too stupid to know fear.
Fucking music sucks. That's good music. It doesn't even sound good.
The Boyd is a community name, the bottom of YouTube. And when they went up to the dumpster that is the bottom of YouTube, and you scrape the shit off the side of it, Carlos was created.
This is the end times, folks. We're in end times. It's not even... Nothing's gonna... No. I want to be dead. If this is gonna be the future, right? I want to be dead. I want to be taken tonight in my sleep. I'm serious. Sucks ass. Really does.
Well, mine was a weird tale. I was in the drama community covering Emberlyn Reed. One of the creators was named Hamber. Hamber had a channel with over 10,000 subscribers. And I live near Emberlyn Reed. Hamber wanted me to start a channel. I didn't want to start a channel. But I had all the tea on Emberlyn Reed. My therapist wanted me to start a channel. I lost argument with a therapist, therefore I am here. Well, I do owe, the one person that did stick with me in the drama community was Hamber. And she's not making content now, and she does global charity work. So I'm figuring that she's probably in her charity work at the moment. But in the Boyd, there was a creature known as Elvis Travels. And she liked Elvis Travels and his wrestler talk. Yes, you see, Jimbo has wrestler talk. Oh, no. The Boyd has much better wrestler talk than Jimbo and Ernie has ever thought about. And that was Elvis Travels. Zia Marshall Camus was his real name. He was part Iraqi, and the rest of him was total lazy, entitled asshole. Now, him and Ernie are both grifters. And they both like men and getting it in the butt. And there is a famous Boyd picture of Elvis Travels going around, shall we say, on a large black member. Yes, we'll just spread it out like that. Yes, a large black member. And apparently Elvis likes this, which I really do not care, but we are just trying to put this in context so you understand. Well, Elvis was a giant lolcow, and he had, I forgot how many subscribers. I think he had around 10,000 or a little more, or 14,000, somewhere around there. Some of them were bought, maybe a few thousand. Well, he decided one day, 39 copyright strikes incoming! He took down 3 channels and YouTube exterminated him. Now, also, a problem for him on his extermination was a young man he met on Facebook. This young man was trans, and he was in Elvis Travels' van. Elvis Travels lived in a van called the Lisa Marie, and everybody reported the hell out of him with a minor in that van because Zia Marshall Camus was hooking up with that minor. And that is the same time he was doing the copyright strikes. He did that live stream, and he went poof off of YouTube. Now, YouTube is exterminated several times. In his last attempt at a channel, he called a mongering channel, where he was going to go solicit prostitutes on YouTube. And he was going to give you a channel revolved around the solicitation of women of the night, and YouTube was supposed to fund this. His life. And of course, YouTube knocked that down as quickly as you could imagine. So that's basically giving you a quick synopsis on how I got to the Voight and what it originally used to center around.
Barely Veronica, you're gonna be dead soon anyway.
Evidently that was a clone in his chat.
How's it make you feel, Roger? That I will go to any nefarious means to take care of anybody because the law doesn't protect me and nobody protects me. So that means your house could be set on fire. But you live such a shit life. You know what? It would be fun anyway, you know? It would be so fun to watch your house, your little fucking shack go up in flames.
My little shack that I paid $64,640 for back in the early 2000s. 3-bedroom, 2-bath.
Yeah. Really fucking blood. That's what you need. I'm so desensitized right now that I will light someone up on fire if I need to. That's how fucked people have got me right now. No, they didn't. No one was paying attention. That also pissed me off. No bystanders came out and did anything about it. It was just me and him.
Okay, now, there's a black guy with a knife next to a truck. There's a giant tranny with a baseball bat. Who here's gonna jump in the middle? I mean, Melton was expecting, he's coming at a black guy with a bat, and he expects someone to jump in to protect him? I mean, that's some fucked up shim logic. Just saying.
No one fucking gave a shit to come out there and stop it. No one gave a shit enough. Nobody. And that's an area where security goes around. And he fucking he was brazen enough to friggin' come around me. And security literally goes around that parking lot. They're useless pieces of shit. The employees need to be fired. They're not dealing with people like this. They need to be fired. Security and cops are fucking useless now. They're fucking useless. They suck at their jobs. They're terrible people. They don't care about the public. Cops are some of the biggest scumbags.
Now, as you can see, he's just lashing out in every direction. He was going to try to intimidate that guy, and he probably about got poked. And it wasn't by the mean green machine. And Melton is scared. And Melton's acting out. And once again, he is sat in his vehicle and he has wound himself up, which is bad.
Around. And so are the security. They don't do anything about these people. They leave people like me to fight. Trans people like me to fight them by my damn self. And so does everybody else. This is serious in here. So if you want to come in here and mock me and make fun of me, well, I'm going to light your ass on fire. You don't deserve to live. You're a piece of shit, and you ain't changing anytime soon. So there's no hope for you, so you need to get the can. You need to get killed. You need to get bit up. That's it. No, it isn't good. There is no law and order anymore. It's terrible out here. People think they can do whatever they want. They think they can do whatever they want to anyone. Repercussions. Whether it's a fucking cholo-ass spick or a fucking coon. And that's where I'm going to use that language on here. I'm going to use it.
Like I say, if you take all of Melton's faces off, you will find the racist neo-Nazi at the bottom of it, which I still don't, once again, Melton is Jewish. He became a neo-Nazi, as far right-wing as you could imagine. Then he became left-wing, and as far left-wing as you could imagine. He took a 180-degree political flip, and then he became trans.
Because it's just. It's 100% just. I want these people dead. I seriously do. They're making the environment horrible. And I'm every bit...
Yes, he did. I mean, this is the contradiction of Milton. I mean, there had to have been some form of hate for a young Jewish man to become a skinhead. Now, I bet he didn't tell the other skinheads. Just saying. But yes, and then he went on a complete 180 bend and became a radical leftist. And then that wasn't any good. And then he became a trans leftist.
In the right, and I would be every bit in the right if I did murder them.
Now, I wasn't going to pause this again. I was going to let it go. But Alaska Bush Mom hit a bullseye. How much is he faking like Letitia? Now, his mental illness, 0. But on all the political shit, it's all fakery. Like the magic. It's all a power grab for him. He is looking for something to give him power. Once again, he was probably angry at his family. So, to gain power, he became a neo-Nazi. Well, once again, he thought that, that would gain him the power in the world, and he found out that that's all a facade. That's all bullshit. There is a 0.01% people that's crazy on either side that say insane things. And Milton joins them. And once again, he went from neo-Nazi skinhead Milton to far leftist radical Milton. And that wasn't good enough. So then he had to reject his gender, or first his race and his gender entirely. Because, when was this? Probably after the first year of COVID, he did have a live where he wanted all white people exterminated. Now, I think I did make some fun of that.
Every bit in the right. There'd be nothing wrong about it. 0%. So you better stay clear if you're bothering me. I have you on a kill list. If you bother me, so step away from my channel right now. If you want to live, step away from my channel right now. That's my best advice to all of you. Step the away from my channel if you want to breathe. Every day. I'm serious. I will take this to the next level. I most certainly will if I need to. And the cops are pieces of shit. They don't do their jobs.
Well, Ash, we're pretty sure that his gun was confiscated. Because he did have one. So I'm pretty sure his gun is confiscated. And it's not going to be as easy for him to get one in California. And I wouldn't doubt if that gun came out of his parents' house.
So yeah, if anyone wants to call them and that they show concern now, they obviously don't care about my well-being. They're just fucking doing what they have to do. Just to do something, you know? So fuck the law.
Well, his parents are independent. I mean, when Milton was living with him, you just saw him in an upstairs bedroom, sitting on a bed looking grumpy. And now and then, his mother would knock on the door. His parents, even though, they're elderly, seem to be functional human beings.
They do nothing. They're useless. How many good cops are there out there? None. They're all puppets. They all have to follow. They're all puppets.
Also, all the time that I saw Milton living at home, I saw 0 flags in his household. No screaming, nothing loud, and his mother would gently tap on the door. You know, tap, 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 with one knuckle. And it was always, and you couldn't really make out what she was saying, but it was always just, you know, low words. You know, she wasn't louder with him at all, ever. You know, never once did I hear a raised voice in Melton's house that Melton wasn't the one raising the voice.
They don't do anything to help nobody. And the citizens don't do their jobs either. They're not aware of their surroundings. They're not aware of what's going on.
Now, from everything I've been told, though, Milton is not on his medication. And also, once again, this is a secondhand rumor that I've dug up for, you know, gathering my information for this live. And I believe the reason he's not at home is because of the medication thing. Once again, the only thing that I could find is a secondhand of someone telling me that his parents said that he could be home if he was on his medication. And that's kind of all I can give you on that. Well, that one secondhand report.
I'm going to ban every single one. Philly girl, fuck off. Philly girl, you want to die too?
Okay, Miss Cupcake, I'll take your word for it. Because, see, Miss Cupcake has been in the Boit long enough to where, once again, if I run across something like that, she can correct me. And also, the historian of the Boit, his name is Waffles. And he has a wrench here. So, once again, when he's in here, if there's anything historical that I want, I can just have him bring it up for me and link it. And those are my 2 Boit wrenches.
I'll come down to Philly, I'll whack you. Cut your head off with a fucking machete. Now how easy it is to get my hands on a machete? Extremely easy. Trust me, it's very easy. If you need, step away from my channel now. You want to live a long life? Step away from my channel right now. Because I have every single person on a kill list who goes against me. Every single person. And just because I'm not in your location, don't think it won't happen. We'll get you. Somewhere. All the bad people need to die. All the people with no manners need to die. All these people that are useless eaters need to die.
Now, once again, this was a Nazi saying. You know, they called people that were disabled useless eaters. They called people with mental disabilities useless eaters and sent them to be exterminated. So you see, once again, those masks fall off, and every time his masks fall off, he turns into a neo-Nazi.
These people out here who don't have any fucking... They have no self-respect and they gotta put down others all the time. Need to die. They all need to go. All these piece of shit illegal immigrants messing up this place. They all need to go too. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. There's many people out there who think like I do. They just don't want to say anything about it. That's all. All you are human weeds. That's all you are. You're useless, good for nothings.
Now, if Milton really wasn't mentally ill, I would get everyone together and we would sit for like 2 weeks and what should we do now, Milton? But once again, he's mentally ill, so I would never do that. Now, once again, I can think about that, but you know, I mean, what would Milton do if everyone started listening to him? He wouldn't handle it. He would still just have a fit, in my opinion. He would find something to get upset about.
Useless, good for nothing. Just like the cops. Just like everybody else. They think they're doing a service. This whole world is a troll. This whole world doesn't have people who care in it at all. It's a fake form of caring. It's not a real...
Well, Melton's full of fear. That's why he tries to hex you, and that's why he makes these threats. Because Melton feels so much fear, he wants to project that fear onto you. You know, my mother is a child. That's what she did. She projected all her fears onto me. And by the time I was 10, I almost had an anxiety disorder. And then when I was 12, I had a revelation. You know, it was like a God thing. You know, you heard the, oh, my mom is a stupid bitch. And at that moment at 12 years old, that I realized that, oh my God, my mom is just a stupid bitch. I mean, it was a weight off my shoulders. And I knew if it came out of her mouth, unless I saw some physical proof behind it, to kind of ignore whatever the hell she said.
Form of caring. This country's a total joke.
Oh, everything. I mean, well, we'll possibly get that when we talk about me. I don't want to digress off of Melton because this is topical, but I'll put that on the list when I talk about me to talk about.
It's literally becoming another country right now, as I speak. It's not the world I grew up in. Oh, I want the world I grew up in back. I want it back so...
Well, every parent does that to a certain length. But my mother wanted me to be more of a codependent. So, you know, once again, this is a trap that as a parent or even a caring friend we could all fall into. But, so, hey, we'll talk about that sometime when we talk about me. But, you know, my mother wanted me to be a codependent is what it came down to. Because my mother had a codependent personality.
Badly. And I'm never going to get it back. Again. I'm never going to get it back. Ever. Unless a major war happens. I want World War III to kick off tomorrow. I want World War III to start tomorrow. Why do they delay this?
Now, you hear Milton. Earlier he wanted a revolution, but it had to be within 3 weeks. Now he's wishing for global Armageddon and millions and millions and millions of people to die because he's upset.
They should have did this a long time ago. It's a big troll. They just want something to talk about. They're not serious about following through. They just want something to talk about. Like everything else. They want something to talk about. They don't intend on starting World War III. I hope someone tries to bomb us. I really friggin' do. This place could use it. We could use a nice nuke. Right in the central control system. We could use a good nuke right here. Maybe that will put everything into perspective.
Now, at the beginning of this live, you remember I said that Milton needed to be in the happy home. This is the part of the live where I had come to the conclusion that Milton needs to be locked up for a while and analyzed.
Get rid of a lot of people. Even if I have to go too, so what? This country needs a nuke. Right in the center of it. At this friggin' point.
Poor Kansas. What did Kansas ever do to you?
There's just too many scumbags out there. And the good people are living such bad lives, they might as well go too. I mean, really. Shut up, bitch. Shut the fuck up.
Yes, Blakes, that it does. He needs to drool
Kicking
for a
every
while.
one of them accounts in here.
Well, good night, Ash. We're mostly through this. You've seen the main point of this, but we're going to go this through to the end.
These fucking idiots out here. No IQ. You got a 50 level IQ. You're like a fucking human weed who needs to be exterminated.
Now, after his audio's done here in about 17 minutes, we'll see if he's shown back up on.
Well, I belong in a straight jacket. What about you? What about you, huh? Like, you're any better than me, Anderson? Like, you're any fucking better than me? For real? You would be in a straight jacket too if you had people bothering you all the time. And shit.
The thing is that could be Anderson Henderson, and it could not be, because Carlos will get a dozen different accounts and go in there and incite him. But it's late enough to where I doubt it was Carlos, but because it was the weekend, it was completely possible.
Happening to you all the time. This is no joke. This has never been a joke. Ever. I am going off the deep end right now.
Well, Sistina, that's why I put Halloween edition on this, and that's why I've toned down the jokes as much as I've been able to manage.
And I am about to kill somebody. I am about to kill somebody. Or at least the thoughts are waiting in my head big time. They certainly are. All these people who mess with me better watch what they do, because I keep logs. I know where all my enemies sleep at night now. Who's to stop me from going there at 3 a.m. and taking care of them some night? I know.
Well, because I'm usually up at 3 a.m., like it's almost 2 right now, and my driveway is like a fifth of a mile long, and I can see anything coming straight down it.
Where they all live now. After studying, after thinking about this a lot, if I really want to, I can go to those spots and do something about it if I want. I can do something about it if I want. You know what I mean? I sure can. Who's to say I can't? Who's to say I can't if I really want? I got nobody helping me out. Nobody.
Well, Milton thinks he's going to do all this, but Milton wears size 16 pumps. You know, once again, I have talked about Milton, and you know, if you're wondering what Milton's girl shoe size is, it's a 16.
He comes to my aid. I'm not making any friends with anyone. The community that should have my back does not have it. What other choice do I have? What other fucking choice do I have?
Actually, Miss Cupcake, how actually old is Milton? You know, I've just had ballpark guesses.
Other than to go ape shit on. What other choice do I have? I'm not given another option. It's fight or flight.
Well, Daisy's probably right. But, you know, once again, he's volatile enough. That's why I thought we would play this and see if he shows up, because it would be about the same time as last night.
Simple. My day was very bad, yes. Very bad today. And I wasn't even on YouTube. It was very bad, though. Yeah. Very fucking bad. And I went to a whole other location now, and I'm just... If this is the ceiling of everything out here, I don't know what this is going to be for me. I really don't.
You don't know how many green dildo jokes I held off on this live.
Troll right now. This is what I'm talking about. They want to see me dead. They want to see something happen to me. They really want to see something happen to me. Right here.
Get this. Milton don't smoke pot. No, he doesn't. Milton does not smoke weed.
They really do. I don't know what's going on here. Tasha Taylor, you are never a woman. You are Robert Lester Taylor. That's what you are, and we'll all...
Now, you see, that was a Carlos account, pretending to be Tasha Taylor. Now, if you go to Nicolina's channel, you will see that one of the accounts attacking her was changed to a Tasha Teeling account. Now, that is a sign of Carlos, because he uses Tasha Teeling, and he will go into other chats pretending to be Tasha Teeling, trying to get other creators to attack her. So that is definitely a signature that Carlos has been behind most of the sock accounts all along.
Always be, you don't even look that pretty. You don't even look very pretty at all. Now I got some cow looking at me here. I don't know who this is right here. I don't know these fucking people from Adam. Someone is parked diagonally right now, looking at me. So what I'm going to do is right now, I'm going to look. To see if they do anything. See, someone's looking at me right now. Look at this. This is the shit I deal with. This is the fucking shit I deal with. Right here. What is this crap? What the fuck is this? What is this?
Yes, Tressa, this is a secondary channel.
Lady
Wayne.
What?
It's spelled, of course, L-A-D-Y, and the second word is W-A-Y-N. Lady Wayne. Each one 4 letters.
What the fuck is this shit? This is what I go through. I get the wrong kind of attention all the time. Why is someone wasting their time doing this again? Why is someone doing this?
There's just somebody in the parking lot sitting there. In the middle of the aisle, parked. They could be on their phone, they could be doing anything.
Why is someone doing this?
But you see how his paranoia mind gets.
I don't know this person. But what I'm going to do is, I'm going to check them out, too. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to check them out.
Yep, and now he's moving his vehicle. And this is why I worry. You see how paranoid he is. And once again, this is why there's less humor, and this is the Halloween edition. Just 1 second. Okay.
All right now. This is what I'm talking about.
Well, shit. Well, I guess you're not going to see it. I was going to show you what he looks like, but it's not going to show up well enough.
Everyone in here
He don't look good at all.
Mean-spirited troll right now. This is what I'm talking about. They want to see me dead. They want to see something happen to me. They really want to see something happen to me. Right here. They really do. I don't know what's going on here. Tasha Taylor, you are never a woman. You are Robert Lester Taylor. That's what you are and will always be. You don't even look that pretty. You don't even look very pretty at all. Now I got some cow looking at me here. I don't know who this is right here. I don't know these fucking people from Adam. Someone is parked diagonally right now, looking.
Well, once again, that's why, you've hit on it, Sistina. This is why I decided when I started this live to treat this more seriously than I normally would.
So what I'm going to do is right now, I'm going to look.
Well, Daisy, that was also why I titled this Halloween edition. Normally that would be kind of clickbaitish, but, this is kind of scary stuff. I might have put trigger warning, but, everything when it comes to Milton's pretty triggering, to be honest with you.
To see if they do anything. See, someone's looking at me right now. Look at this. This is the shit I deal with. This is the fucking shit I deal with. Right here. What is this crap? What the fuck is this? What is this?
The depths of his paranoia is extreme at this point.
What the fuck is this shit? This is what I go through.
Well, yes, Carolyn.
I get the kind of attention all the time. Why is someone wasting their time doing this again? Why is someone doing this? Why is someone doing this? What is this? I don't know this person. But what I'm going to do is, I'm going to check them out, too. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to check them out. That's what I'm going to do.
Oh, so by the way, what Miss Cupcake put in chat, that was not hyperbole. That was a literal remark. Just to let you know.
What the fuck is this crap? Hold on one sec. I'm gonna watch their every move is what I'm gonna do. That's weird. They're still parked like that, too. What the fuck is that?
Well, Carolyn, we all started out that way. I was kind to him for over 2 years. And for 2 years, every time he threatened me, I just said, I forgive you, Melton. No matter what, that's where I realized that if you interacted him at all over time, he was going to attack you. And for 2 years, all I ever did was forgive Melton. I made excuses for Melton. But at some point, you become an enabler if you keep doing that. And once again, as his behavior has cycled, I hit to the point of calling out Melton.
That is so strange. And you get everyone parked here, they're not being... People are bitches, dude. Maybe it's a fluke. Maybe they're not after me, but How can I be sure of that? That same exact fucking thing has happened before. That same exact fucking thing has happened before. And I'm at the most quiet place in the friggin' parking lot right here. The most quiet place in the parking lot here.
In one of the most populous cities on earth.
I guess for now I'll go right here.
Well, in reality, Milton is dangerous to those people within arm's reach of him. You know, he might threaten me and he might threaten Rap, but it's going to be the convenience store clerk on the way or the guy at the gas pump that actually faces Milton.
Am I wrong? Am I absolutely wrong at all to come to the conclusion I come to? Am I seriously wrong at all? When you're on edge because people are following you around and you have no
Well, Amethyst, I think that that's a high possibility.
fucking clue who they are, if they work for the government or not. All you are out of here. The trolls are not. This is fucking. You call, so you know you didn't. You don't even know where I'm at. You punk bitches don't even know where I'm at, alright? You didn't do it. Look, I'm gonna shut this down because this is all trolls and this is not a good chat. This is a terrible chat. Doc Tina saved this fucking chat because there is all trolls bothering me in here right now. All trolls are bothering me right now.
Yes, Blake, he is. Only because it serves his paranoia.
You all want to see this happen to me. Well, you're terrible people. You are terrible people. No, because they don't live in...
Well, Taylor, you will find that I take it easy on the mentally ill compared to people like Ernie. Ernie may have a mental illness, but Ernie is responsible for his actions and a monster. So, you know, I'm going to give him the extra special Cuntalina edition, we might say. Where, once again, Melton, you know, I'm going to be hard and firm, but I do pull punches.
This area, that's why all these people... No, I'm not going to entertain you. No, fuck that shit. I'll time out every fucking person. Home Depot, so what? I am a targeted individual, and I need help. I am a targeted individual, and I'm out here all by myself in a truck. Come on.
We see, remember how he goes from community to community. He's trying to grab onto an identity. Well, he's heard people talk about targeted individuals, so now to fit his victimhood, he is now starting to latch onto that to where he never did before. This is a new thing.
If anyone's in the LA area, come on, talk to me. Talk to me now. And work something out with me or something. I'm serious. That person had plenty of places to park. They shouldn't have gotten anywhere near me. That's right. That's crazy of them. Exactly. It totally is. They're not in their right fucking head doing that to someone like me. I'm crazy. I really am. And I looked to see if they were making eye contact with me as I was leaving. I couldn't tell. They didn't look like they were looking around at me like they had me on their target, like by their eyes. So I looked and I drove around slowly. Maybe it's just a fluke, but still. Do I have every right to think so. I have every fucking right to think so. No, it isn't you. Fucking prick. Get out of here. Well, Roger's friends or anybody like him are getting timed out of here.
I wasn't watching any of this.
This is on record for the whole community that no one has come to my aid. I haven't met it.
In fact, I was on someone's panel while all of this was going on. I mean, there's a documented video record of where I was during this entire live.
Anyone out here, I'm all by myself, and people gang stalk me. All the time. Out here. But even if that one person wasn't, they were parked diagonally. In such a way, that other fucking coon did that to me before. How am I supposed to know? How the fuck am I supposed to know? You don't invade people's personal space like that. And apparently none of you fucking assholes out here either have any concept of personal space.
Well, that shows you the Carlos. And that all of those trolls that coming in there, like the Henderson, that too was Carlos. And he's just and Carlos literally is trying to get Melton to kill other creators. And Carlos should be banned from every community. You know, once again, I'm letting you see this. Carlos is trying to wind Melton up so Melton will cause murder. And if so, and if Melton hurts anyone because of that, I will knock off Carlos.
Because you seem to be attacking me when I have clearly emphasized that you need personal space to get your thoughts together. Everybody deserves to be left alone. If they're not leaving me alone, I'm going to kill them. I'm going to plan on killing them. That's it. So it's best I leave the scene. Because if I don't, or if I come back, I'm going to get the temptation very badly. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm going to get the temptation very badly to light them up in the middle of the night when they're sleeping. I'm not above doing that. And then it'll burn slowly, and then they'll wake up, and next thing you know, their car will be on fire. Like, what? Then I'll be gone. Then I'll hit the road. You know what I mean?
You'll get your ass killed, Jim.
I'm sick of dealing with this.
Bottom
I'm
line.
sick of being bothered. Nobody knows to leave me alone, apparently. And that's it. I can't wrench anybody. You finally found me. No. You finally found me. Well, that car isn't back over here, so apparently they did a very bad job. If you hired that person, then you did a very bad hire right there.
So you see how his paranoia is. And you see how I said that the reality of the matter is, if Carlos decides to go after someone, he's going to end up killing someone on the way to get that person. Because you see how unhinged and paranoid he is.
You're trying to tell me that you did it. Bullshit. Bull fucking shit. You've done many things, but you're not capable of that.
Well, no. Melton is that mentally ill. He will just accept it on face value.
I want everybody dead. You realize that? I want you dead, Noodles. I want you fucking. That's the other thing. When I go to New Jersey, that's how I'm going to deal with you. I just thought of that today when dealing with that coon motherfucker.
My light's battery went out during the live. So we did start this live being able to see Roger, but, you know, my battery light died, so then we went to the dark mode.
Try to start with me again. You know what he did? He did a finger gunshot thing driving by me. He did a finger gunshot. So I took that like he was going to kill me. So I came up right behind him to see what the fuck it was all about. I came up right behind his ass. And I took my bat out. It turned out he didn't even have a gun. You know what he had, though? He had a long knife. He wanted to kill me. He told me to run up on him. He thought I was a crackhead. Fucking low IQ nigga bitch. Fucking that.
Like I say, you see how the skinhead comes out in him. And you see how demented he is. You know, the guy was just pulling out a weapon to defend himself. You know, Melton was the one trying to approach him with a bat.
That's what he was.
If he didn't have a knife, What could have
Gives
happened?
all black people a bad fucking name. And he's a Proud Boy type too, but he's still a fucking nigger. I'm telling you right now, I'm so pissed off right now. Nobody has my back. That's a threat. I'll threaten anyone all day, and I'll follow through with my threats. I follow through. That's the difference. I have the potential to
Carolyn.
follow through on them if you get me at the right time. If I feel like the law's not on my side, and someone can get away with a lot of things. So now you're crying foul when the defenseless person actually has a plan. You're crying foul now. I hate people like you. I fucking hate people like you.
Now, you see Melton's belief in himself. He believes he's a, quote, helpless person.
That's me to know it.
But he's going to murder us all.
Anderson, you're out. I'm not answering anybody's questions anymore. And Doc Tina, you too.
Well, Carolyn, he's at this so unstable now that I have to keep a constant eye on him. And of course, that's why I feel the need to explain him, because he's been turned at a dragon, and Carlos is trying to get him to hurt people. And once again, if Milton ever does hurt anyone, I will be going straight to YouTube and law enforcement, and we will be finding out everything about Carlos, and Carlos will be going under the jail. And once again, if, once Carlos is found out, if I don't get him first, well, let's put it this way, I'd probably let him do his jail sentence, and then I would get him after he got out of jail. Yes, I like that better. Carlos going to jail forever, and then mysteriously disappearing after he leaves prison.
You know, I'm into this stream. This is bullshit. This fucking thing is bullshit. I'm not getting a good chat anymore here, so see you later. That's it. I'm at the end anyway. My channel is, I can't even do videos on it anymore. I made 3,000 on it. More than you could ever do. All of you. More than you all fucking can ever do.
Actually, my other channel had 3,170, Melton. You still didn't make it.
This is evidence right here. I'm saving this for evidence right here. And everyone knows that I get bothered and gang stalked on here all the time. And I have your comments as all proof that none of you can be supportive at any given time. And you're all fucking scumbags who deserve today. Anderson Henderson, I'm telling you now, you better hope and pray I don't come through Huntington, because I'm peppering you up too. I'm peppering you.
Now you see, that Carlos was pretending to be Anderson Henderson. And now once again, and this is why I said what I said about Carlos. He is literally trying to get someone killed. Carlos needs banned from all communities. In my opinion.
Up. It's on now. It is fucking on. Anyone is fair game right now if they get in my way and they say the wrong thing to me. Anyone's fair game. Anybody.
Well, I can tell Milton does not have the expertise to make a bomb. Now, what he would do is get flour or sugar and put in, try to make it look like something like anthrax. Typically that's what the mentally ill person does when they do a package attack. It will just be some powder.
Anyone. I will kill every last one of you and I won't shed one tear. I won't shed one tear. Trust me. I'm very hardened. I won't have any feelings toward it whatsoever. I won't. The time for negotiating is over. The time to act is now. That's all there is to it.
Didn't you need saved just a minute ago, Princess?
Everyone has been a miserable, terrible person to have in here, and I hope you all rot fucking hell if I don't get to you.
And that's where he ended. Yes, he hopes that we all rot in Hades, my friends. Now, we will see if he ever showed back. Matter of fact, it does not look like anyone else but me is on. Because I was going to see if Jody Sue Brown is. Odd, that one's not showing anything. But no, Milton has not come back on at all. Now, I am going to double check and see if he is uploaded anything, which I don't think he has in all reality. But, we're just going to be all thorough like here. So yeah, it's been over 1 day and he has not had another stream. Now, he did say that he was going to have himself a good drunk. Now, since there is no other audio to stream, I can pull that down and I can give you some light to see me again. But yes, Melton is MIA. Now, as you see, Melton did say he was going to get drunk. And I'm hoping that's what he did. And I'm hoping he's just sitting there sleeping it off. Now, normally I would think that that live would have got him a strike. But it didn't have many views and it's still there. So I don't think his channel is struck. I think he's a scared little boy inside. And I think he went and got really drunk. And he probably had himself a good cry. Not gonna, and I'm not meaning that as a disparaging anything. So that's what I think has happened. But once again, you saw how he got by someone just sitting in a parking lot doing whatever they were doing. They were probably just texting or trying to get their location to the next direction. But once again, they were at a bit of a distance and they were in the middle of the aisle with their lights on and just in park. But Melton automatically assumes that they were focusing in on him. And as you see, he started with his gang stalking fantasy. And this is where I believe that someone could really get hurt. Because just any innocent person around him in Melton's paranoid mind is going to end up a gang stalker. And that's why I said, if he gets wound up enough to want to come after one of us, he's probably going to hurt someone on the way before he would ever get to whoever it is house. And if he shows up here, I'll kill him. I mean, that's basically what it comes down to. Well, it's linked on my community tab. If you go to my community tab and scroll down just a few entries, you should be able to find it. And it's Lady Wayne, Ladywayn. Each 4 letters. And I do feel sorry for the dude. And if there was any positive way that I thought any of us could help him and it be actual help to him, I would be talking about that. But the only thing is he needs to go for a good 5150. He needs to be put on his meds. And he needs to be sent back to mommy and dad. In my opinion. Hello, Flatline. We were just getting done talking about Melton. Melton is not doing well. Melton is crazy as fuck. And at this point, I think he's a danger to himself and all of those around him. Now, Flatline, I hope that you're well today, my YouTube sister. Well, Daisy, he said that's what his plan was to get drunk today. Now, I have seen Melton a lot to know he's real good at getting drunk. He's got that down. So, he could be sleeping it off, and he could be in jail. But like I said, I don't know Melton's full legal name because, once again, I've never had any real enmity to him. So, I've always respected that bit of privacy. Despite the fact that he's a frickin' lunatic. But used to be, he was not a danger to others. And now he is. Well, WB, well, thank you, Sistina. But this is what I do believe that he, in my opinion, when he left, like I said, he has a way of being volatile. So, I don't know. Miss Cupcake would probably be the best one to ask. But once again, I saw his home environment. I saw no signs of anyone being nasty. All I saw was a brooding, angry Melton John. Now, he wasn't a homicidal Melton John. And he still did curses. You know, don't get me wrong. He still did the at people. But, you know, the thing is he would just finger at you. He wouldn't threaten to Letitia you. Yes, you know, Letitia's kind of changed her language in a way. But you know how she creatively had her preferences. Yes, we'll put in preferences. Now, the two videos that got his other channel struck were shorts. One against Mexicans and one against black people. Now, I started to cover that because he made a series of questionable videos. And the only reason that I didn't, because those two, I'm like, I'll get struck. You know, if I put those in a video, I'm going to get my channel struck. You know, if I play that even as an audio. And that's why I didn't. And that's why when he said he didn't see any videos gone, and I went back and I found those two shorts were missing. So both of those shorts were his strikes. And that kind of, you know, sets up for what Milton has been doing. And as I said, he's highly unstable. He keeps having bad encounters with people of LA. And, you know, once again, I don't like to bring racial components in, but it always lately has seemed to be with black people. Now, I don't know if this is purely coincidence or if it's something in his head. You know, once again, no idea. I can just tell you that the worst incidents have been with other people of color. And I've never had to kill anyone of color, just saying. You know, usually we keep to our own kind. But Milton seems to have a thing. Well, at this point, I think it's a thing for everyone. You know, it's kind of the shorter on who hasn't threatened than he did. Because, once again, about a year and a half ago, he went through a phase where he wanted to live with people of minority, and he was calling for the extermination of white people. I'm not kidding. And some of you might think, well, Roger decided to go ahead and make the ha-has. No, Roger's not making any ha-has. Then he left his parents and he went across the country looking for a place of color to move to. And after his experiences trying to find this place, now all of a sudden he hates Mexicans and black people. It almost sounds like a comedy. And I'm laughing, and I shouldn't be. Now, once again, Adonis has the hula girl that he covers some, and I was on her channel today. And she talked about a time where she had an inappropriate laugh. And I just had one of those inappropriate laughs. And I explained to her that's your body's just way of being exasperated by it all. That it was okay that you doing that. It doesn't mean you're a bad person. It's just your mind wanted to dissociate from it just for a moment to avoid the horror of it all. And it made you let out a laugh. And I just had that same psychological effect that I explained to the nice hula girl about 5 or 6 hours ago. And I'm having that laugh again. Well, yes, Carolyn. Once again, it's a natural thing. You know, and I'm kind of laughing at me now because, you know, I explained to this nice girl that was upset that she had an inappropriate laugh. And I explained her how that works. And that's what I'm having right now. I mean, I don't feel like laughing. I don't want to laugh. This is fucking horrible. This sucks, but what am I to do? I mean, talk reason to Melton? I mean, I tried that for almost 3 freaking years. Every encounter. Sometimes every time he was live. And that didn't work. So, what do I do other than basically cover it? I'm at a loss. But yeah, that's basically comes down to it. Well, good night, Sistina. We're going in the next 2 minutes. Because I have said everything relevant. And I just shake my head. What's there left to say? Now, once again, I hope Melton has not hurt himself or others, and I don't encourage Melton to, and I hope that he had a good drunk, and I hope he slept it off, and I hope that he has a week to where there's no body count involving him or anyone else. And so with that caveated, now, once again, because of the nature of this, when he does come back on, I will probably make a short video. Just kind of like a hey what's up video. Probably just a 2 or 3 minute affair. Just because I believe that this is a situation. Now everyone, thank you for coming, and thank you for bearing with me, and once again, it's not my usual lighthearted poke at it all, but when we hit serious, I'm going to try to restrain myself. Just saying. Just hoping. Now everyone, thank you for coming, and have a good night.